Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? Today is January 6th, 2025. We are 6 days into the new year. How are you feeling today? Let me know in the comments section as I try to get everything together over here. How's your day going so far? Hopefully you are having an outstanding morning. I'm doing pretty good over here. It's snowing outside, but it's a great day. It's a great day. Let's see. We are at 24 degrees here. And when you come in, let me know where you're from and what the weather's like. Let me see who's in the chat. I'm going to pull the chat up right now so that I can see. Hello, Slay Queen, Mom. Okay. You're the fourth person here. All right. I see you. I see you. Thank you for coming in. I remember me. Oh, yeah, I do. You changed your name. Okay. I see you. Can everybody hear me and see me okay? I'm not sure. Can anybody hear and see me? Let me know in the chat section before I start going because I was talking and it was muted. So we want to make sure everybody can hear this and everybody can see clearly. Also, let me know. Let me know if you have any goals in the chat. Let me know if you have goals. Oh, I forgot with this. I cannot do my I cannot do the poll, you all, because I'm doing it with Restream. And let me move this code off of my face because it's maybe that's better. So I put that up there because Friday, it was Friday. Oh, I forgot. If you are new here, welcome in, welcome in. That was the first thing I should have done. If you're new, welcome into Geeky Girls Journal. My name is Andrea. This is Geeky Girls Journal. You're in the right place at the right time. And if you are already a subscriber, that means you're already a family member. So thank you so much for coming in today. We're going to go ahead and get started. I can see and hear you. Okay. Okay, great. Great. Thank you for letting me know, Mom. I appreciate it. It's snowing where I am and I want to go outside. All right. So the reason I have this code up here today, you all see it. It says Geeky Girls Journal. It's a Cash App QR code. And I put it there because Friday when I had Elder Derek Strickland on here, do you all remember Friday we had Elder Derek Strickland and he was like, sis, you don't have a Cash App? So the story is I just didn't want to participate in having a Cash App ever. And it was because I really didn't know what the rules were with having cash apps and a business and donating and things like that. I just wanted people to be able to go to Geeky Girls Journal, the website, to make purchases and support me in that way. But you know what? People like to support in different ways, don't they? People like to support in different ways. So I don't want to limit anybody. I'm just going to make different ways to support Geeky Girls Journal available. And if you choose to support, and when you choose to support, I'm going to say it that way, you will have so many different options that, we're not going to leave anybody behind. So if you want to be a blessing to Geeky Girls Journal anyway, you have Cash App now. I do have a Zelle account. I'm thinking about connecting that. I've had a Zelle account for a long time for my business. I just did not really feel that comfortable putting Cash App and Zelle up here. But people are asking. I've been asked more than several times. So here we are, Cash App. For those of you who like to do it, Geeky Girls Journal. And also for those of you who don't want to do monetary donations and you might, I don't know, whatever your issue is with that, you can go to Geeky Girls Journal and make purchases. We do have something down today. It's the hoodie, and you can see that on the screen. You see that right there. And what I'll do is kind of just go between each product and try to put them up as I'm talking so that you can see. Those of you who have never been to geekygirlsjournal.com, the website, if you go there, you'll see some of the items that I'll be putting below so that you can see we have to offer. I'm also adding new things. So if you go there and you're like, I wish she had more. Oh, it's coming. We're going to have journals, coffee mugs. We have it already. I just need to put it up on the site and then you can make the choice that way. Hey, Terry Mays, thank you for coming in. I see you. Hello, 24 degrees here too. It's cold outside. It's cold. Yeah, I would love to donate, but I can't until you get monetized. See, that's also another way to contribute to Geeky Girls Journal monetization, which we're working on. So we are closer than we were, still not at 4,000, but we're going to get there. We just have some work to do and we're going to do it together. Together. Can we say together in the chat? This is a group effort. So together. So today, you all, I just kind of want to freestyle. I'm feeling like this should be a freestyle Monday. I know I usually do that on a Friday, and I probably still will. But today, we're just going to talk about it. What do you want to talk about today? I just thought of a topic. But what do you all want to talk about? If you don't have anything specific that you want to talk about, I think I want to talk about support and having your support system. And I see all 10,000 of you in the chat. Yeah, give it up for the chat. Thank you for coming in. Is this Cash App symbol bothering anybody? Is it in the way or anything like that? Let me know. I changed my name again, but it ain't showing. I can see your name. It's different. I can definitely see it, Mom. It's not a slip grip anymore. I can see it. Together, he shouts. Yes, together. That's right. Shout it loud. Together. And also, you all, this is another thing that I wish to do on YouTube and on the other platforms when I'm going live, because I know that seeing some of the items will help people to at least get a visual and see what they look like without me just saying, hey, I have hoodies, I have books, I have journals, I have cups. If you're able to see those things and have, a visual, then I'm going to start wearing some of those items online so that you can see some of those things that I actually have in the Geeky Girls Journal store. So that if you have questions, you can, just let me know. Right now, I'm not wearing anything that's mine. It says, you know, it's not mine. But I'm going to start wearing my own merchandise again. So look out for that. What's happening, everybody? If you have snow, do you have plans to go out in the snow today? Do you have plans to go out, or are you just going to kind of stay in and stay warm and, um, relax by the fire or something of that nature? I don't know. Whatever it is your plans are, just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Together as one. Right. That's right, Slip. Or Mom. Do you want to be called Mom now? So yeah, thank you all who are here for coming in. So what I want to talk about, since I didn't see anybody put anything specific that they want to talk about, and you still have the option to do that. If you're like, hey, Geeky Girls, I'd like to talk about this, just put it on in the chat section and I'll address it. How you doing, Bud Files? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. So you all, I was thinking about this just a second ago, because I was talking about you all who are here supporting Geeky Girls Journal. That's expensive. What's it? That's not it. Okay, what I want to say about that is in line with support, because I see your comment, Mom, and that was a concern that I had when I was creating my products and trying to do price points for them. And I would see, before I had an issue with the prices. And what I would say is, I realized this: people will buy things that they want to buy, right? People will participate in those things that they want to participate. And I think that I was trying to have control of people's decisions. And what I mean by that is, I didn't want to put things up because I was like, maybe somebody's going to think this is too pricey. Maybe somebody's not going to like this. But what I started to realize is this: it's not too pricey, right? For some, it might be too pricey, right? For others, they're going to say $30, that's nothing. And I'll say this: I've seen hoodies. This is a hoodie. It's good quality because I've had mine for a long time, and it still has the graphics are still vibrant. It's still colorful. Nothing's ripping. Nothing's peeling. I've had it for the t-shirt. I've had the t-shirt just like this for years. So it's really good quality. But what I want to say about the hoodies is that they have to be priced at a certain percentage or a certain price point, because where people think I may be getting the $30, I'm not getting $30. I have vendors, so I'm only getting a percentage of the price of that. And it's a very small percentage, very small percentage. Like, you probably think if I buy a $30 sweatshirt, Geeky Girls Journal is getting that $30. No, it's going to be more like $5 or less than $5. So depending on the product. So I don't want you all to feel like I'm inflating the prices. That's not what it is at all. I try to be really fair with my prices. I've seen hoodies and sweatshirts that are like $70, $80. And I'm like, man, that might be a little pricey for some, but I didn't want to go that route. I tried to make it as affordable as possible. So just know, when you pay that $30, I'm not getting that full $30. And that's just the truth. So I have to price it that way in order to make some profit. Now, if I'm saying I am a business, I have to start doing things in a business fashion. Everybody's not going to like it, but that's okay. The people who want to purchase the items that I have, they'll purchase. The people that don't, well, they just won't. And I had to come to that conclusion instead of trying to make everything, trying to worry about everybody and trying to make decisions for everybody. I had to make a decision and say, this is the price point. That's what we're going with. If the people want to purchase it, they'll purchase it. If they don't, they don't. Just like with anything else. If you need a refrigerator in your house, you're going to purchase a refrigerator. That refrigerator might be $3,000 or whatever the price point is that you're looking at. It may be $1,000. So the thing is, you're going to purchase it. If you see a shirt that you want online, you're going to buy it. So my point is, that's what the price point is. And those who want that particular hoodie, they will get it for $30. I thought that was pretty reasonable. And let me know in the comment section, like, what do you usually pay for a hoodie? What is the price point you normally pay when you're looking for a hoodie? Oh, okay. I love watching Geeky Girls Journal. Thanks for coming in. Oh, thank you. All right. Oh, I see. They just changed it. Oh, I see the name change. That's what Mom was talking about. I'm finally seeing it drip, drip. I see the name change now. I love watching Geeky Girls Journal. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I'm a child, so I can't really be saying it's expensive because I ain't got $30. And I understand that. Your parents drip will purchase your things. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay, so let me see. Let me go to the comment section and see what you are talking about. And also, I wanted to talk about support system. That's what I wanted to talk about. So some of you may, or in a chat, or who will be watching the replay, may or may not have a business or have something that you're trying to do, right? And you may, hey Lula, what's up? Hey Lula, how you doing? So you may or may not have people that you want to support you, and then those who you're saying, okay, I thought that this person would be more supportive, but they're not. Okay, I want to encourage you today that you also have what I like to call silent supporters. And some of you here may fall into that category where sometimes you come in, you're just in the bushes, you may not come in the comment section, you may not say much, but you're here, you're watching the videos, you're being supportive in the way that you know how to be supportive. And I just want to say, I appreciate it. I thank you for being that person. And I thank you for doing what you can do, because not everybody's support is going to look the same. Now, I wanted to say this to encourage other people that may be, kind of struggling in that area and saying, I wish that I had somebody who would show up for me. Well, you may have people that show up for you and you just don't know it, right? I've had people in the comment section say, and I've never seen them before, but all of a sudden they pop up in the live and they're like, hey, I've been watching you for years. You're doing a great job. Thank you for the information that you share, or I just like engaging with you. Those are your silent supporters. And I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to be able to see them every now and then, that they'll come out and say, hey, keep going. You're doing great. So I'm talking about this because on Friday after the live, Elder Derek was talking about the Cash App. And I had no intentions, of doing it that day. I was just thinking, okay, I will look at it later and see what happens. But this is just an example of the support that you have, that you may be looking for it in a different way, and it may come in a completely different form, right? So as I was doing the live, I had a house guest. It was my sister-in-law, whom I call my sister, and she was here and she was listening. And after the live, Elder Derek was saying on here, you need to get a Cash App, sis, get a Cash App. And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it, right? I was kind of thinking about it. And so he's like, yeah, get a Cash App. But I had heard some things about Cash App and I didn't really want to be a part of it. But he's like, no, I'll get a Cash App. So I'm like, I'll consider it, right? I'll think about it, because I know that some businesses do use Cash App to make it easier for people to support them. So as soon as I got off the live, you all, and this is a support system. This is somebody that was showing their support of me. And I'm using this as an example. As soon as I got off the live, my sister-in-law was like, let me see your phone for a second. And I'm like, no, well, why you need my phone? She's like, no, let me see your phone for a second. So I was like, okay, well, I got to get some things off my phone because I don't have storage, which is the truth. I don't have storage. I'm always going over my storage. I'm like, well, let me check. Let me get some things off. Then I'll let you get. She's like, no, let me just see it. So I was like, all right, let me take stuff off. So I took a couple things off and I gave it to her. And I was like, why you need my phone? She's like, no, let me just see it. So she was over there setting up a Cash App account for me. She was putting up a Cash App. And she was setting a Cash App account up because she heard him say that. And she knew that I was not going to get on there and set that Cash App that day. She probably knew, no, she's not going to do this right now. So let me get on here. Let me help her out. So she just started plugging things in. She's like, hey, yeah, what do you want the name to be? Blah, blah, blah. So I told her. She's like, okay, set up a Cash App. So I'm like, you set this Cash App. And at first I was going to be like, wait, why you do that? But then I was like, you know what? This is a way for her to support, right? She believes in me so much that she's like, let me set this Cash App for you. I know you're not going to do it right now. So let me do it. So she did it. Now I have Cash App. The point of this conversation is there are things that there are ways that you may specifically want people to support you, but they show up and they support you in the way that they can. So that's got to be good enough. Accept it, right? Because this is the form that they're showing you. Hey, I'm supporting you. I may not be able to make all of your lives, but I'll be there when I can, right? I may not be able to comment in the comment section. And I'm just using this as an example because I'm on live right now, so you all can kind of relate. Those of you who are also content creators can relate to what I'm saying. Good luck with the house. Oh, hey, I'm going to go because I got... Oh, okay. See you later. I love watching Geeky Girls Journal. So where you're looking for somebody to support you in a specific way, they may not be able to support you in the way that you want, but they can support you by, and I'm using myself for an example, by purchasing some of your items or by showing up for your lives or by rewatching your videos or by sending you a monetary donation in a Cash App or on your Zelle, or saying, hey, I may not be able to buy that hoodie, but I can go to her website and buy a journal, or I can buy a coffee mug. So I just want you all to know that support looks different for so many different people, that don't box yourself in and don't say, I want it this way. And then when you don't see it that way, you get upset about not receiving it in that way. Just be open to receiving support the way that you get it. And, if that person is not supporting you, they're not supporting you now, but it can turn into something different later. They may say, you know what, I'm not really a fan of what they're talking about right now, but then they may be sitting there listening to your lives in the bushes, right? They may be listening and then they're coming so often that now they're like, okay, I misjudged this person. Now I'm listening to them. I like what they're about. I like what they're talking about. I want to show my support. Now you've won somebody over. So that's what this is about today. Continuing to be yourself, be authentic, do what you know is right. I would say have morals and values while you're doing it, because my whole hang up with even the prices of my own products was, is this going to be affordable for most, right? Is this going to be affordable? Is this a good price range? Not right now. Is this a good price range? That was my daughter. My kids are here. It's a snow day. So if you hear me talking to people in the background, that's what it is. So is this a good price point? Is this overcharged? Am I overcharging my audience? Just allow the person to make that decision. That's the conclusion I've come to. I'm allowing the person to make their own decision. I'm not trying to control that situation any longer, where I'm saying, oh, this is too much or this is not enough. No, I'm just going to make it the price point that I decide, and people can purchase however they want. So that's enough about that. Now, back to support. Is there anything specific that you all would like to talk about? Because I see all 8,000 of you in the building now. I love seeing you. Lula, how you doing? The Slay Queen, I see you. Let's see who else. Bibble, the Slay Queen. What else? Oh, okay, Bibble. Not right now. Okay, not right now. All right, I'm trying to focus in on you all and address other issues. So excuse me, but I also have to be a mom right now. So snow days from school be crazy nowadays. One snowflake means delay. Two snowflake means means school closed. You know what? And I'm so glad. I'm glad. You know what, Lula? I'm glad. I'm actually glad they're closed today. The only thing is now I have my attention is divided because I also have to address that and try to address this at the same time. But we're supposed to get. I think it said up to 8. It kept changing, so I'm not up to date on how many inches we're supposed to get now. But I think the last time I saw it was 8 inches, up to 8 inches, and it's coming down. Like it's a good amount of snow. So I'm hoping, and I know this might not be a popular opinion from some of the parents around the world, but I want them to. I like when my kids are off, and they have snow days because I don't have to worry about all the dropping off, the picking up, the activities. I can just kind of do things the way I want to do it, and on my own time. So I like it. The only thing is I had to feed people more, right? They entertain themselves, but they also want me to come and be a part of things. So that's the only issue. But otherwise, I know I like when my kids are home. I have a good time with them. We have fun. So other than taking me off of this and having to address those issues, otherwise I'm all right. Hey Scott, how are you? I see you. Hey, Scott. So today is just kind of easy breezy. I'm talking about support. I was talking about people coming in and how they support you and how the support may look different for different people supporting you. Somebody may want to support you by coming into the chat as you all have done and give you some comments and engage and uplift you in the comment section, where others may want to just be in the bushes listening and just listening and taking in the words that you're saying, and then they might eventually one day want to come out. But I was saying that either way, however people support you is how they support you, right? That's a form of giving because they are giving of their time, and some people are giving of their money. And I was just saying that some people may give to things like Cash App or Zelle to help support you in your mission, and others may just buy products. So that's kind of what I'm talking about today, because I was just thinking about myself and how I used to want my support to look a certain way. But I realized you cannot control situations. You can all situations, and you cannot control the way that people want to support you and help you out. Because where I wasn't thinking anything about Cash App, I've had people ask me throughout the years, "Hey, what's your Cash App? When are you gonna get a Cash App? How can I donate? How can I give you, some love, sister? How can I contribute?" And I'm like, "Well, I have a website. I have products there, but I don't think that was enough because some people don't want to purchase products, right? Some people want to give you monetary donations, or some people want to come to your lives and uplift and encourage you like you all are doing right here, right now. I don't know where the comment section is, right here, down there, I guess, like you all are doing right now. So I just wanted to make available different forms in which people could support Geeky Girls Journal. And that's kind of what I was talking about, the silent supporters that you don't know that are helping you out and you don't even realize that they're there. They're supporting the people who are more vocal, who will comment in the chat section or who will say to you, "Hey, you're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up." So you have the support that looks like that. You have support where people buy products and merch, and people will donate to your small business. It will be taxed later, but they'll they'll donate to it. And then you just have so many different avenues. So I'm just here to say thank you, however you've chosen to support and however you will choose to support in the future. I'm grateful for all of it. I did not do this Cash App. My sister did it. My sister-in-law did it because she heard me talking Friday in the live, and she was just like, "Give me your phone." And she created a Cash App account for me because I was very hesitant to do that for different reasons. So now, after I thought about it, after she did it, after it was already a thing, because you had those family members who's like, "Hey, come on, let's do it." And I realized, I was like, that's awesome that I had somebody who believes in that in me enough to say, you don't have a Cash App. Let me go ahead and hook it up right now and get you started because you're obviously not going to do it. And then it's great for me because now people that want to support me in that way can do it. They have the option to use the Cash App. And I know you can't scan it on the screen unless you're on your laptop or desktop, but that's my Cash App, Geeky Girls Journal. I'm trying to keep everything consistent so that nobody has an issue finding me ever. Geeky Girls Journal everywhere. So let's see. Lula said you should expand your products on your website, though. No. Yes, Lula. So I have the products because I created them when I told you all I did, which was what? October? It's around October. But I'm trying to pivot and change the website a little bit. And I'm adding things on there as I do it. I need to be swifter in doing that. In fact, I'm going to add more products today because I create my products in, I have Shopify, but I create my products in Printful, and then it's another one. I just started using Printful, but I was using another one. So I create my products there, and then I try to transfer everything over to Geeky Girls Journal. So it's a little bit of a transition, and it takes me a little bit of time because I'm also, you all know, momming. So that's no excuse. I'm just trying to tell you, they're going to be there. Lula, I'm getting all the products up. So today I'm also going to work on putting them up so that you all will see that I have more than what you're going to see on the screen. These are some of the choices. So am I visible? All right, I see the numbers still going. So I wanted to give more options because I know I'm a person. I like variety. I like to be able to see all the different things. Say, oh, I like that. I like that. Maybe I'll put that in my cart. Maybe I'll put that in my cart. So that's what I'm trying to do with Geeky Girls Journal. So if you go there, give me a couple of days. I'm going to put some more stuff up, and I'll be adding it. I'll continue to add it. I'll always let you all know that here first. You all who are here, our major supporters, I appreciate it. Just by being here, you're supporting me. So I'm going to continue to put those up, and you're going to see different things. You're going to see different things, not just t-shirts, not just hoodies, but you're going to see more. So I have up there now t-shirts, hoodies. I have the ebooks. I have the books, but I'm going to add to that. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for Geeky Girls Journal. Tell others about Geeky Girls Journal. That's a way that you can support. If you don't have if you're not in a position where you can purchase an item right now, I completely understand that. Whenever you can, it's your choice whether or not you want to do that, but it's out there. Like I said, I just want to make it all the different options that I know available for others to participate. Hey, Peach, good morning, because I don't think I said good morning to you. Hey, Peach, how you doing? So yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm going to do some different things this year, and I'm excited about it. I want everybody else to be excited. I'm excited because I'm going to do it. People have been asking about journals. I've got those. So you're going to see those on the site. What else? I got some things coming. Coffee mugs. Those of you who like to drink coffee, they're going to be up there. I have 2 different versions of those. I just wanted to start out with those first. So we're going to have coffee mugs. We have hoodies. We have the t-shirts. We have, like I said, the books, the ebooks. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting some. Backpacks. Backpacks, you guys. I have backpacks. So for those of you who have smaller children or school age children, we got backpacks now. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to put all those things up so you all can go. You don't have to just hear me talk about it, but you can actually get visuals and see and be like, oh, this is what she was talking about on live. So go there, check everything out. If you like it, purchase it. If you don't, tell somebody else about it, because word of mouth is very helpful. You might think, how can I help? I don't have the money right now. I just can't do it, Geeky Girls. I would love to help you out, but I don't have the money. That is okay. You do have a voice, and you can tell others. You can share this live stream with somebody else, and then they can see that I have these awesome products. Or you can just say, hey, you know what? I know this lady. She's cool. She's real cool, and she has some products. You know what? You might want to grab something. So that helps me out. Sharing these lives helps me out. Liking the lives helps me out, right? Commenting, engaging, which you all do a very, very good job at doing. And I appreciate it. All those things help me out. So I appreciate it. Hey. Oh, yeah. I said hey to Scott. So how was your day going so far, everybody? how's everybody doing? I did not want to um, go into like this heavy topic today. I just wanted to kind of make it real light. It's a Monday. It's a snow day for us. It's a snow day. So I knew that I was going to have to, do things outside of YouTube and outside of my platform today. That means hanging out with my kids, hanging out with my girls, and making sure they're good and doing all those other things that moms do. So I just wanted to kind of, you know, easy breezy today, see how you all are, talk to you about support because I know as a business owner, and as a content creator, sometimes you may feel a little lonely out there, and it's easy to talk to other content creators because you're going to get support from them. When you talk to them, you get clarity in a lot of situations. We talk, and it's different. It's different. If I'm having a conversation with Peach, it's going to be different than a conversation that I have with somebody that has no idea about YouTube and content creation, and I'm talking to them, they're not going to understand what I'm saying sometimes because they're not in that arena. So they may be like, well, I'm trying to support you the way I can, but it's just a difference. And somebody who has a small business, my conversation is going to be different from them than a conversation I have with somebody else that may not understand all the legwork that goes into it and all the time and all the effort, So surround yourself with people that you can have those conversations with that can help uplift you when you get tired, when you're just like, I'm just tired. I don't know if this is what I should be doing anymore. If you feel like you're second guessing things, keep on going, keep going. Surround yourself with some people. Hey, Pumpkin Pie, how you doing? Surround yourself with people that you can learn from and that you can share your experiences with, because sometimes it can feel a little bit lonely, if you're going through it and you're trying to figure things out. So that's what I would say to people who are here now listening that may be a little discouraged right now, that may be saying, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up because I'm not getting the success that I was looking for, or I'm not getting the results that I was looking for. I want to tell you, if you stay in it, you're going to experience bumps and bruises. It's not going to be a perfect transition into anything. It requires a lot of work. You may have lots of sleepless nights. You may be pushing 24-hour days a lot of times, trying to create something to solve a problem. And that's just the way that it looks. It's not a straight path. It's not linear. You're going to go through some highs, some lows. You're going to experience some loops. You're going to experience some pits. But the thing is, you have to have a strong enough why to bring you back out of that, to say, okay, you know what? I might be experiencing this right now, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make the best of the situation, and I'm going to figure this out, right? I was here to create, to solve a problem, and to share information, if that's what you're doing, right? And just say, hey, I'm going to do that. Now, create a strong why. We've talked about this before, because just saying I'm going to do it is not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough, because what about those days like today when I got up and I was like, "Ooh, it's cold outside. I have things to do. The kids are off school. Do I want to go live?" And I said, yeah, you're going live. You made a commitment. Stick to it, right? You have a mission, you have a goal, and my goal is bigger than me. My why is bigger than me. So that's what's going to keep me coming every day. Not the fact that I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to just do this and I hope it lands well. No, my why is strong. So that why that you got to have a strong why to say, I might not be feeling good today. I don't feel like doing this at all, to be honest with you. I just don't want to do it. I don't think anybody's going to show up, but you have to show up. You have to show up. You got to continue to push, and you got to think about that why. What is your why? And I know I was talking about this a couple of months ago with doing the goals challenge, writing a challenge for 30 days. I was talking to my sister-in-law about it, and I got her on board. She's going to do it with me. And I want you all, if you want to participate, let me know so you can be a part of it as well. We're going to write our goals down for 30 days, right? Think about what it is that you want to accomplish this year. Now, you can just write everything down at once. Okay, these are all the goals I want to accomplish for 2025. I'm going to write them all down, right? Write them all down. Maybe I can't stand snow, Lula. Bibble, have a blast out there. Thank you, Peach. Yeah. Yeah, write them all down and be intentional about what it is that your goals are. Just be intentional and say, hey, these are the goals I want to reach for this month. Now, I was listening earlier, and I want to finish this podcast I was listening to, where the person was saying you might want to break your goals down. Maybe you want to do quarterly goals, right? So maybe instead of looking at the entire year of 2025, writing up this whole list of goals, and you might, if you're a person that gets overwhelmed with looking at a whole list of goals to accomplish, this may be the tactic for you. Do it quarterly. Okay, for this quarter, I want to accomplish this, this, and that, right? If you want to have a weekly set of goals or a monthly set of goals, this week, I want to accomplish that. Or this month, I want to accomplish these goals. So whichever one works for you, that's what you go with. This is just a suggestion. And when you write your goals down, make sure that you're writing it as if it's already happening, right? If you say, I want to be a millionaire, this is an example. I want to be a millionaire. You're going to write on your paper, I am a millionaire, right? You present tense. I was listening to this billionaire say to do it that way. And he said to write your goals down every day for 30 days. And that's what I want to do. And I'm extending that to you all. If you would like to be a part of it, then we're going to do it together. We'll do it together. You can write your goals down every day for 30 days. You pick the time and day. You pick the time you want to do it. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters when you do it. If you want to say, hey, every day at 3 p.m., I want to write these goals down, then you do it that way. But if you're just like, I just want to write them down every day, I don't know what time I can write it down. It might fluctuate so freaking bad. My goal is to be less disorganized. Oh, let me read these comments first. You and me both, Peaches. I'm ready. Let me see. Okay. Let me finish my thought. Then I'm going to go back to this comment section. So if you want to accomplish a certain set of goals within a certain amount of time, then do it quarterly, weekly, monthly, yearly, however you want to do it. And if you want to set a certain time every day, do it that way. If you're more of a, hey, I don't want to be attached to a certain time, I will do it every day, but I want to just do it when I want to do it. If you want to do it at 3 o'clock one day and 10 o'clock a.m. another day, that's your business, but write them down. So you're writing the goals down for 30 days straight. Every day you're going to write the same ones, and don't write it in a futuristic time. Like, I want to be a millionaire. You put, I am a millionaire. I am a small business owner. I am a motivational speaker. I am monetized, right? I am and make them specific, practical, and write them down. And write them down. And then we'll see what the results going to be. Now, let me see what the comment section is saying. I can't stand summer either. You and me both, Peach. I'm ready for the summer again. Me too. I'm always ready for the summer. I could do without the snow. I could do without cold weather. It's been very cold here, 20 degrees. 20 degrees has been the average. Like yesterday was 20-some degrees. I'm like, it shouldn't be that cold anywhere, in my opinion. But it is, and we have to deal with it. My goal is to be less disorganized. This one was so freaking bad. What's that about, Scott? What's so freaking bad? I have a goal daily under it. Make something better, improve anything. Just don't do nothing. I like that goal, Peach. Become better every day. That's also a goal of mine. Become better. Learn something. I like to learn something new every day. Sorry, got my Bruno Mars on. That's all right. I like that. I have no problem with him. Scott, I know that's funny, isn't it, Peach? I want to be a billionaire. So, Scott, I know we can do it. You can be a billionaire. We can do it. I always think about this, you all, and I know I'm just gonna say it right here. I look at millionaires and billionaires and people who are like successful, right, in their own right, and I'm like, what separates me from them? Nothing. Nothing. If they could do it, I can do it as well. I can do it as well. And I believe that you can do it as well. I believe you can do it. What's your why? What's going to drive you to make you want to do it? Now, you may be in comfortable situations sometimes. And what I'm saying is that some things that are required of you to make that $1 million or to make that $1 billion is going to take you out of your comfort zone. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with speaking if you are used to kind of playing the background and not being in front of a large audience? If you have to speak, are you going to be all right with it? Are you going to be okay with doing some of those things that the millionaires and the billionaires have done? So that's really what it boils down to. I don't believe that they're any smarter than you are or any smarter than I am. They may have a different skill set, but what's your skill set? What, you know what I mean? Like, how are you going to make the $1 million? How are you going to make the $1 billion? I really believe that if it's something that I really want, I can have it. I can have it. It might take a lot of work to get there. It might take a lot of work to get there. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to sacrifice some of those things that you may be accustomed to doing? Maybe you might have to cut back on some vacations. Well, I'm just throwing out suggestions. This may not be your life. I'm just throwing out some things. In order to reach that goal, you might have to work a little bit harder, right? I'm finding myself having to work a little bit harder here on YouTube to try to reach different goals. Is it something some days I don't feel like? Some days I don't feel like coming on, right? But I'm like, okay, I told myself I want to reach a specific goal. That means I have to put in the work. I have to do it. Okay, what are you all talking about? Great song. Buy all of the things. I never had a month-long cruise. I want to be on the cover of Cruise magazine over with John and Christine Duffy, John Held and Christine Duffy and the Queen. And you can do that, Scott. I think you're on your way. You look like you have a good community set up over there to me, and you can do it. I will exceed 10K subscribers this year, and you can do it. There you go. I like seeing these goals. Keep putting your goals in the chat because I'm going to, hey, listen, you all already know. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to hold you accountable. Scott, so you want to be, okay, let's see. I want to be on the cover of Cruise magazine. All right, Scott, you said it here, and I'm going to remind you. He want to take all the trips, all the cruise. You never had a month-long cruise. You can do it. You can do it. Keep pushing. Peach, you're going to get to that 10K. That can happen. You can 10X that thing. So 10K subscribers, all right? Remix, right? Nice goal, Scott. That is a nice goal. We will get Peaches and GJ known more and have many more subscribers. Lula, I truly believe that. With your help, with you over in that comment section, and the rest of you all, not just Lula, everybody who's here participating and engaging, I believe it can happen. I really do. I think that's where it starts. We plant the seed. We can do it. We have it. Have you all ever heard people say that you have everything you need already? Whatever you need to accomplish those goals is already within you. Already within you. And I'll be like, okay, well, what is it? what is it that I'm looking for that's already within me? Well, if God created you and he already has this plan for you, why would he leave us deficient? Like, why would he leave us without having those things that we need to accomplish our goals? I don't think that that's something that God would ever do. I think that, no, I know, not I think. Let me just take think out of that statement. Let me just backtrack. Let's rewind that. Not I think, I know. I know that because I was created by God and that God wants me to be the best individual I can be and to accomplish those things that he set out way before I was born. He knew those things that I was supposed to accomplish and those goals that he wants me to get to. And on top of that, he gave me these desires. Let's talk about those desires that he gave me. He gave me those desires. All these things should be in line with what he wants me to do. So I don't believe that I can fail. I just don't believe it. That's one of my whys. That's why I continue to show up, because I want to make God so proud that he's just smiling every time he sees me. When I get up, when I wake up in the morning and my feet hit that ground, I want to definitely be like, oh, she's up. There's a problem. And I want God to smile and be like, that's my child. For those of you who are parents, you can completely relate to this. When you see your kids and they're doing, even if they're not, like, you just see your kids and the fact that they woke up in the morning and that you're a part of their life, you might just be looking at them one day and smiling. How many of you do that as a parent? And some kids are just like, my kids used to be like, oh, I'm like, why are you looking at me like that? And I'm like, it's just a proud moment, right? When you look at your children and you see how they're growing and how they're learning things and how they're responding to things, and their actions, if they're getting good grades, you're just like, you're doing an awesome job. My kids do a wonderful job in school. I don't have that issue with my kids. They're high achievers. I'm like, you're just doing awesome. Even if they didn't, let's just say, even if they didn't, and they were doing their best, and if their best was just a C or whatever it would be, I would still be proud of them. I would still look at them and be like, hey, did you do your best? As long as you did your best, I'm proud. Now, if you're not doing your best, if you're falling short of that mark that I know you can reach, hey, Elder Derek, how you doing? I was just talking about you. Like, I don't know, somewhere in this conversation, maybe 20 minutes ago, and I'm gonna get to that. So hey, Elder Derek, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Hey, fam. So I don't know. I just kind of look at that. I make that a parallel. If I look at my children like that and I'm just excited about them and they make me smile, but they are not even doing anything. They're just being. They're standing up in the kitchen one day or sitting down on the couch and just doing something. I just look at them and I smile. So I look at them and smile because, right? So because I love them and because I want the best for them and because I see their growth and because I see them just being a kid. And so I know that if I look at my kids that way, I believe that God looks at us the same way. So when I think about God, I'm like, He created me. I'm His child. He must look at me like that and smile. So what I want to do is be the best version. I want to be the best individual that I can be. I want to be who God created me to be. God's vision of me, I want to make that come to pass. Like, I want to do whatever I can to make that happen because I want Him to continue to smile. I know it's not through my works. I know He loves me just because He loves me, but I want to reach my fullest potential. And I know you want the same. I want you to reach your fullest potential. I want you to be the best that you can be. And I don't want you to ever stop trying. Like, do not give up. Don't let what anybody says demotivate you. Don't let people's words tear you down. I want you to look past it. Be like, you know what? Okay, that's your thought. I disagree with what you're saying. I am the best. I am going to do what I was created to do. And that's my goal. Let me see what you all are saying. Speak it out loud. Manifest your destiny. Yes, speak it out loud. We have power in the words that we say. What are you saying? Are you saying, and I wrote this down the last time, I just didn't say it, but I'm gonna say it today because I see it and it's gonna be applicable to this live. Hey, what up, Doe? How you doing? Hey, Mr. A9, how you doing? Act now and never. What up, fam? Thank you for that morning motivation. You are. I mean, I would not be telling you these things if I did not believe it. I truly, truly believe it. I live by these things myself. When I feel like, I'm like, man, girl, you need to get yourself together. Like, what are you doing today? What are you going to do to get a step closer to those things that you want to accomplish? Get up and do something, right? Get up and do something. I talk to myself like this all the time. Hey, get up, get it going. Get up. If nobody else is going to encourage me, I'm going to encourage myself. I'm going to encourage myself. I'm not looking for somebody else to do it. I have a goal. I have some things I need to do, and I'm going to get it done. And I know I'm putting up some of my products at the bottom because I was talking about support earlier and how people can support you in different ways. So I'm just making all the ways available that I have right now. I do have Cash App right now, Elder Derek, if you're still in here. You said something about Cash App Friday. My sister-in-law heard you say it because she was listening to the live and she was in my household. So she took my phone and created a Cash App account for me. She was like, look, let's get this started. I know you're not going to do it right now. Let me do it. That was support, right? That was her saying, hey, no, get it together. Get this Cash App, because where some people may not want to buy products, right? Or some people may not want to come to live, they might give the Cash App. Here it is. It might be convenient, but some people might not want to do Cash App. They might say, hey, sis, okay, I saw your things. I see what you're doing. I believe in your mission. I like what you're talking about. I want to bless you. So what I realize is that I cannot control the way that people support me. I can't control the way that people want to bless me. So I'm making all the options available, and people can choose to bless and support me the way that they want to. I have no control of that. I'm just grateful however they choose to do it. So that's why you all are going to see these things up. I'm going to start wearing my own merchandise soon. Again, I had the t-shirts, but it's too cold to do that. So now that I have my hoodies, I'm going to start doing that so you all can have visuals of that, because I know you want to see visuals. You want to see what it looks like on somebody. So that somebody's going to be me. And you can see what it looks like and say, oh, I like that hoodie. I might want to get one. All right, great. It's at the website. So The Cash App is up right now. If anybody wants to bless me, that's your choice. I'm not going to look at you weird if you don't. I'm not going to change my perspective of anybody that comes in because you all support me here as well. I appreciate the support, however you're willing to give it. I didn't leave the live, just walked away for a few. All right, because you're back, Lula. I see. Lula's back, everybody. And so is Bibble. Hey, Bibble. Bibble came back. Boop, boop, boop. You all, I don't have to survey the poll today because I'm doing it through Restream. So I can't do polls on Restream. Otherwise, you already know I would have done probably 7 polls by now. So let me know how your day is going. If you came in and you weren't able to say that. What's the weather like? It's a lot of snow here. We have snow. It's cold. 24 degrees. You okay? Okay. Okay. I can't do that. You got it? Good job. High five. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. You all know I'm a mom. I'm a mom before I'm a small business owner. So my pumpkins are here today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm dealing with my babies too and doing this. So I'm so glad you all are patient or cooperative because if you weren't, you wouldn't even be in here. So thank you. Right, that part. I see you, I see you, Elder Derek. I see you. So it's 51 minutes in, you all. We have a couple minutes left to go. I'm not gonna hold you all today long, just an hour. And then that's it. Oh, let me read this. So these are some of the things I wrote down while Elder Derek was on the live with us Friday. Thank you again, Elder Derek, for being with us Friday. That was awesome. That was awesome. If you all are here and you have not seen that replay, go on and replay it. Go ahead and replay it, Elder Derek. So what was I? Oh yeah. So I written these things down and I wanted to just say it here. Our tongue can be constructive because this goes on what we're saying. Let me know if you agree. Our tongue can be constructive or destructive. Constructive or destructive. So is your tongue constructive or is your tongue destructive? We need. Hey, daughters. Okay. I don't. Never mind. As long as you're not talking that loud, I don't know if anybody can hear. Can you all hear my daughters in the background? Okay. It says our tongue can be constructive or destructive. We need to watch what we say. Are we building or destroying with our words? So, and I know when we were talking with Elder Derek, we were talking about, we're human, and sometimes you're going to make a mistake. Sometimes you're going to misspeak. Sometimes your words may not be all that flattering, right? Sometimes people might have wanted you to use different vocabulary, but the truth is we're human. We're going to make mistakes. And what you do in that situation, if you feel like you said something that was out of pocket, out of line, you misspoke and you were convicted. Now, what do? You just go back and apologize to that person. Not a hard thing to do. Just go back. People make it a very difficult thing to do because of pride. Like, I don't want to go back and say, forgive me to that person. It is for you. That forgiveness part is for you because you're going to walk around feeling some kind of way that whole day. But if you just go and have that conversation and say, hey, I didn't mean to say that. It came out the wrong way. I apologize. It's all good. Now that person's like, okay, I forgive you. It's all right. We make mistakes. Now you can move on and you can feel lighter during that day. You don't have to feel heavy and feel that burden. So it's okay. Just try to watch what you say. Try to be more constructive than destructive. Try to be more constructive than destructive, right? Try to say something that's uplifting and encouraging. You don't realize that a lot of times your words will change that person's day. Your words will change that person's day. So try to be that person. Don't be that person that's always walking around being negative and just being like and saying mean things to people and just being nasty. It's not a good look. So if you feel like you're in that mood, take a little break, take a 10-minute break, take a time out, whatever it is that you need, and you do that until you get yourself together. But don't take your feelings out on other people if you know that you're in a bad mood. That's all I'm saying. But what determines what is constructive and destructive? Hey, you can't do that right here because you can hear it on the microphone. Okay, thank you. But what determines what is constructive and destructive with the tongue besides the commonsensical things? Did I read that right, Lula? And I think Lula is asking it to everybody, so anybody can comment back to what Lula is saying. Lula says, what determines what is constructive and destructive with the tongue besides the commonsensical things? Okay, I'm gonna get that a second, Lula. Can I read this so I don't forget? And I'll come back to that because I think some people in the chat may want to answer that question, and I will answer it as well. Life giving. So another thing I said, life giving, healthy, considered words can bring someone success and safety. And that was actually Proverbs 15:23. I wrote that down because it probably has something to do with what I said right there. Life giving, healthy, considered words can bring someone success and safety. And then I said Proverbs 18:6. My thoughts must have gone along with this verse. Poisonous, deceptive, or hurtful words can bring disaster. And let me know what you all think about what I'm saying in the chat. Are we using our words carefully? Sorry, I'm on a phone call. Okay, that's all right, Peach. I should have known because I know you would have chimed in on that one too. Elder Derek, if you're here, what are your thoughts with that? Or anybody else is here, the rest of the 6,000 you that are in the building, what do you think about what Lula said or what I'm saying? You like that? Lula, my daughter likes your name. She's laughing. When we are up against the enemy, do we speak the way that Jesus spoke, or do we try to fight in our own strength using our own words? We kind of talked about that as well on Friday, because remember the conversation that Jesus had when the devil was tempting him, trying to tempt him, right? And remember, Jesus was hungry; he hadn't eaten, and he was trying to tempt him, and Jesus wasn't trying to think of some words to spew back at him, to get back at him, or to like cut him down to size, because he could have, right? Because he's the son of God. He's God also. So he could have said something that was just like boom, boom, boom. But he used the words of God. He used those words to combat what he was saying. Thank you for liking my name. Yeah, she just started smiling. She had this huge smile on her face when I said Lula. She was just like smiling. You like that? Lula. Uh-huh. So yeah, so for you, Lula, if I'm understanding what you're saying, hopefully, I feel like I might have answered it with those statements I just made. And let me know. Hey, Miss Lynn, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. How are you today? Miss Lynn, I'm talking about a couple different things. I was talking about support systems and the way that people can show support to you in different ways. I think I was kind of boxing people in initially when I first started. I was boxing people in, like I wanted my support to look a certain way, right? I wanted my support on YouTube to look a certain way, for example, like, oh, I want people to subscribe. I want people to like it. I want people to share. But what I started to realize is people support you the way that they can. And it's okay. I'm going to take the support however I can get it. If somebody wants to just like it or wants to just watch it, but they don't want to comment in the comment section, that's quite all right. Maybe they just want to hang out in the bushes and listen. That's still going to help me to reach some of my goals. Maybe that person says, hey, I prefer not to listen to you on YouTube, but I'll go buy some things from your website. All right, cool. And maybe that person might say, hey, I prefer to just send you something to a Cash App or to a Zelle. I want to do it that way. My point is, however they decide to do it is how they do it, right? And people can show their support to you in many different ways. So be open to the way that people support you. And then the other thing is, Lula asked a question, and maybe you want to answer it. Lula, it looks like Lula rephrased it or tried to clarify it a little bit. My question is just, how can we say what is constructive and what is destructive supporting someone? Oh, okay, I get it, Lula. So I can answer that. And then you all in the chat, if you want to also chime in, feel free to do that. So for me, Lula, the way that I try to say something that's more constructive than destructive when I'm trying to support somebody, I'll often pray about it. I'll pray about what I'm going to say before I say it, because I know that if I pray about it first, then I'm praying to God to help me to give me the right words, right? To give me the right words to say to that person. And then second, to say it in a way that they can receive it. And I know that you're not, you know what, you are able to pray about things every time before you do it. Because prayer is just you having that conversation with God. So I was going to say sometimes you may not be in a mode where you can do that and then say something to that person. But if we're being honest, And you can pray at any time, anywhere during the day, wherever you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you do it because you're just having a conversation with God. You don't even have to say it out loud. You can be thinking it in your head. We have so many, you can do it in so many different ways. You don't have to be on your knees when you do it. So you can absolutely pray. And it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out prayer. It can be a short prayer, right? Lord, give me the words to say to this person. Then you proceed. It can be as simple as that. Lord, how do you want me to say this to this person? Before I go on live, to be honest with you all, before every live that I've done, I pray before I go live. I pray before I go live. It is not often a long drawn out prayer because I know that sometimes, hey Cal, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. See, Cal came in with the supportive hearts, so I know he's there. So sometimes you might, when you're praying, sometimes you might have a long prayer, right? But other times your prayer might be 30 seconds long. It might be 10 minutes long. I don't think that there's a certain amount of time that you have to pray. Like you don't have to be like, okay, I got to pray an hour each day. If that's something that you choose to do and you want to do, then you do it. But my prayer, to be honest with you all, I pray throughout the day. And it's not long and drawn out all the time. It's, Lord, protect my kids while they're at school, right? It's a quick thought, just like that. Lord, give me what to say to this individual when I'm talking to them. Lord, how do you want me to show up on live today? And before I go live, I do it every time. Lord, I want to decrease as you increase. Give me the words to say. Lord, I don't know what to talk about today. Give me the words to say, right? Lord, how do you want me to show up today? I say all those things. And sometimes I say one of those things or 10 of those things. Lord, how do you want me to relay this information? Because I don't want to be on here for self-gain. I want to be on here. My desire is that when I speak, somebody gets something out of what I'm saying. It can be one person, 10,000. Doesn't matter to me. That's all up to God. I'm just supposed to show up, right? I'm supposed to show up and do my best. I'm supposed to show up and present and what was it I told you all? Act as if I'm doing it for God, right? I'm supposed to show up and act as if I'm doing what I do for God. So that's the goal that I want to accomplish every time I get on my live. Lord, I just want to be a good representative. I want to be a good agent, right? I want to be your child. I want to show up the way you want me to show up. That's what I say. Lord, help me to show up the way you want me to show up. And I just come on. Here, right? And I believe that God is going to allow me to show up the way that he wants me to show up. And you all will receive it the way that you receive it. So, yeah, I think that's the answer to my question, Lula. Before you say something to somebody, because you want your words to be seasoned with salt. You want your words to be constructive. And now that does not mean that, okay, sometimes while you're being constructive, that doesn't mean that you always have to have that doesn't mean that you can't give somebody a criticism, right? And what I mean by criticism is it can be positive criticism, like you telling somebody, hey, I think maybe you can try to do this differently. I was getting a lot of that over the weekend. My sister-in-law was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing XYZ? Like, have you ever thought about doing this on your website? Have you ever thought about doing this while you're live? Have you ever thought about, saying this after after I speak and before I go out of the live? She's like, have you ever thought about saying blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, yeah. Now that was her giving me constructive criticism. I could have taken it negative and be like, hey, what do you mean? I do it this way. I like to do it this way. I don't want to do it the way you say. But it was really her trying to be helpful, right? So I don't know how. So this is what I'm doing while I'm going live, trying to put something together, you all. So if I'm a little distracted, that's why I'm trying to be a mom and trying to talk to you all at the same time. And, sometimes, I got to ask the Lord, help me, Lord. Help me to do both. All right, here you go. Take that. And ask your sister. She could probably do a better job than I can do with that. All right, and faster. All right. See what I mean? Lord, help me. So Cal said, Lula said, very interesting thoughts. Well, thank you. Let me see what Cal said over here. Andrea, no right way or wrong way. Sometimes we think we need to have a long conversation with God when that's awesome, but sometimes He wants you to acknowledge and take a second minute to confide in Him. Ooh, I love it. I love it. You're right, Cal. Sometimes, you know what I've had to learn? I thought I had to come talking all the time. Like, I need to have a conversation. Let me go ahead and spearhead this. Let me get this thing started. Let me talk to Jesus and tell him all about my troubles. Let me just tell them it all. So I came with a whole list. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just talking, talking, talking. But what I've learned is you don't have to come there with all of that. You can just be like, sometimes you just want to sit. Sometimes you can just sit in his presence. And I think that's what you're talking about too. He wants you to acknowledge him. He wants you to just be present. Remember, I was giving you all the analogy between Martha and Mary. Martha, who was the doer, much like myself, was like, hey, I got to do this, and that. But Mary, who just kind of sat and who was present and acknowledging God and taking in all the words that he was saying. Sometimes that can be your prayer too. Lord, I'm here. I'm just here. I'm trying to figure things out. And you might just want to sit there. Sit there. I would say sit there with a journal and a pen. Sit there with a journal and a pen because you're going to get some information, right? When you're having this back and forth, this two-way conversation, which sometimes requires you to just listen, then you're going to get some pertinent information. You're going to get some information that can move you or will move you into the next phase. Some of us are stuck. And we're like, which way do I go? What should I be doing right now? Lord, what is the next step? That's been me so many times. Lord, you told me to do this. What am I supposed to be doing next? What am I supposed to be doing next? And oftentimes he gives me that one thing right now. Just do what I told you to do right now. That's been a challenge for me because I like to know ahead of time. Okay, I got the first step. I need step 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not how God's been working for me. And I know it's been to help build my trust. It's also been probably to help me to become a better listener, right? And to help me to become more patient. So instead of me having all the things listed out for me and given to me, I have to trust that, okay, God said do this. I'm going to do this right now. This is where I'm going to sit. And until he tells me to do the next step, I'm just going to be doing this. I'm working it. I'm doing what I can do with what he told me to do. And I'm waiting for the next step. All I can do is trust and believe that he's going to provide because what? He's a provider. So not only does he provide financially, not only does he provide security, safety, love, now he provides everything that I need. So if he provides everything that I need, I'm looking at everything, right? He's going to provide me with that next step. I just got to be patient. It's not given to the swift, to the strong, but to the one that endures, to the one that's being patient. 100 short convos versus one long one. You be surprised. Yeah, man, that's good, Cal. Look at Superman that came in here and trying to. That's good. 100 short conversations. What's wrong with that? You don't have to have a long, drawn out, spectacular prayer where you say all the right words. You have the best vocabulary. I don't have the best vocabulary, but I'm saying things that are from my heart. I'm having a conversation with my Father. That is what matters, right? You might speak broken English. You might not have your nouns and your nouns and your nouns and your verbs might not go together correctly, right? Your pronouns, you may use those inappropriately, but the point of this conversation is God knows you, God knows your heart, and he knows you intimately. So you talk to God the way that you talk to God. And that's between you and him. That's your business. It's not my business and it's not anybody else's business because you have this relationship that you're building and God wants to input things into you. He wants to see you be your best self. There is nobody in this world that can ever tell me that God does not want to see me be the best that I can be. Every time I'm going to be like, okay, you can take that conversation to somebody else because I'm not the person. Every time. Thank you made me realize I can pray more. I know you already knew that, but yeah, you can pray more. Shoot. When I'm driving, I'm looking at the road and I'm like, Lord Jesus, protect me while I'm driving, Lord. Please don't let anybody hit me, Jesus. Please keep me safe on this road. Lord, don't let me hit anything. Keep me from danger seen and unseen. Oh, I'm saying it all. Lord, help me to get my children to school safely. Help me to pick them up and get back to my house safely. Lord, help me to go in this grocery store. Lord, I want to see some sales when I go in here. Lord, help me to make smart decisions. whatever it is that I'm thinking about. You all know I have like all these thoughts at one time. Whatever it is that my thoughts are, I'm telling you, I give it to God. I do. I'm like, Jesus, help me to calm myself down, Lord. I can feel. How many of you can feel like if you're getting like overwhelmed, or you may feel like, oh, I need to calm down. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Lord, help me to calm down. Help me to put things into perspective. Like maybe I'm not thinking clearly right now. Lord, give me clarity. For me, that's a prayer. That's a prayer. It doesn't have to be five, yes, Lord, the Lord taught us how to pray in the Bible. But for me, yeah, you say that prayer. You say that prayer before you go to bed at night, right? You say, thank you for waking me up this morning. But you can pray throughout the day. To me, it's just a conversation. Any conversation that I want to have with him. Lord, I'm not in a good mood today. Help me. Help me out, Lord. You're the only one that can do it. Can't nobody else do it, but you can. Help me out. I'm tired. What do I need to do today? Telling you, do it. It works. It works. Cal! That's Lula yelling at you, Cal. Because Lula like that too. I'm here working and talking with my GGJ family. Right? See, Lula is working and talking. Working and talking. Happens the same way. You working, you can work and talk to Jesus. Lord, I'm tired. Give me some energy. I don't even feel like being here today. But I'm here, Lord. No, don't leave the site. I didn't say leave the site. Don't leave. Let me make sure it's still on. I pressed something, or I swiped my mouse, you all, and it said leave the site. I was like, no, don't leave yet. I want to talk a little bit more, then we're going to get out of here. We're at 1 hour and 11 minutes. I know we're going to get out of here soon, you all. And if you don't, Cal said, and if you don't know what to say, just call on him. He'll take care of the rest. Great conversation starter. Man, awesome conversation starter. You don't know what to say. You'll be like, Lord, I just don't even know what to say. Sit there for a minute. Sit there for a minute. Like Cal said, it's a great conversation starter, and you may or may not be surprised. You may or may not be surprised with what the Lord tells you. He might be like, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. And then you be like, okay, I didn't even know. I didn't even realize I need to work on my attitude. So I need an attitude adjustment, Lord. I'd be like, oh, I didn't even know I said that the wrong way, God. Like, all right, I guess I gotta apologize to that person. I guess I need to go have a conversation. It's like, yeah, you're a little bit harsh. Okay, man, wait a minute. I probably did think I was being harsh. So, all right, I need to go correct that guy. What else? Sit there and see what he says. Yes, Cal, that happened to me actually. I missed something. I know that was Lula. Here we go. Oh, I did. I missed a couple. So Cal said, I'm serious. You ever realize out of nowhere, let me be better. Pray. Man, yes. I 1,000% agree. Can you all hear that in the background? Let me know if you can, so I can tell them to bring it down. They're doing an awesome job, by the way. My kids, they're doing an awesome job giving me this time, but they're being kids. So I'm serious. You ever realize out of nowhere, let me be better? Yeah, it happens to me quite often. It happens to me quite often, Andrea. You need to do a better job at this. You're not doing so great at that. And it's a way for me that gets me back into gear. Y'all, it probably to some people, it might demotivate them, but it motivates me. I don't know. I'm like, man, I do need to get into gear. I need to kick it up a notch or 10 notches. And I get motivated. I'm like, man, I need to do better. Because what did I tell you my goal was? My why, one of my whys. My other why is I don't want any of my kids to have had to pay any school loans back. So that's a why for me. That's one of my whys. My why is also to encourage others and to show them that they are loved and to be who they are created to be. So that's another why. That makes me come on in the morning like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Girl, get up and get on that screen. Get up. Even if you don't have anything that you think you need to talk about, it happens. It comes. I didn't have anything to talk about today. You all helped me to come up with a topic. Now we're rolling. We're 1 hour and 14 minutes in. Look at God. Look at God. My prayer was, Lord, give me what to say. I have no idea what I'm talking about today. So he gave me that. And now it's kind of chill. We're doing it. So yeah, let me see what else Kyle says. Yeah, let me be better. Lord, how can I be a better person? You'll be surprised. You might see some things you didn't even thought. You're like, oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know I wasn't doing that. I need to get it together. So yes, Cal, that happened to me actually where just randomly woke up and decided to change everything. Yes, there we go. I love it, y'all. Keep on talking. Cal said, Happy New Year, my friend. Just realized I haven't been here with you all. I know you have not. We missed you, Cal. Happy New Year to Cal, to Reese, hey Reese from Philly. I see you rolling on in here. Hey Reese, to Lula, Peaches, everybody who's in here. I don't want to keep calling names because I'm gonna miss somebody. So anybody who's here, even those of you that are in the bushes, we appreciate you being here. Happy New Year, everybody. We're 6 days in. What's something you want to change? What's something you want to do differently? Do it. Do not wait. Do not wait. Why are we waiting? Let's not be that person. Don't procrastinate. And I know I was reading this a long time ago, this book, and it was talking about procrastination, where I thought procrastination was just something that you just do. Like, I just don't want to do it. I'm procrastinating. No, this lady was talking about it being, she said it's not a character trait, but she said it's more, the way that she was saying it is like it's more just a flaw, but it's something that you can change. So if you feel like you're a procrastinator, don't label yourself a procrastinator. You're just procrastinating. And I'm gonna tell you something. The reason you're procrastinating on certain things is because you don't want to do it. That's what it boils down to. You're not procrastinating because you don't want to be successful or you don't want whatever your goal is. You're procrastinating because you don't want to do it. So sometimes what you have to do to make yourself do that task that you don't want to do, I don't want to go through my phone and move all these videos that I have on my phone. It takes so much time for me to do that. I don't want to go through there and clean out stuff, but I have to do it because they're like, hey, you better get this stuff off your phone or we shut you down. That's what Gmail. So I don't want to do that because it just feels like a mundane task and a task that I don't want to do, but I know I have to get it done. So what I'm going to do is just take a few things off at a time every day, right? Just do a little bit at a time, little by little. So if you're procrastinating in a certain area and it's something that you have to do it. Okay, say I'm going to do this for 5 seconds, or let's extend it. I'm going to do this for 1 minute. Now that 1 minute is going to end up being longer than 1 minute because we all know that once you start doing something, you're going to continue to do it until you get it done, more than likely. Unless you're a person that says, okay, I'm going to set a 10-minute timer and say for 10 minutes, I'm going to do this particular thing. It's something that has to be done. I don't want to do it, but I got to get it done. Set a timer, do it for that certain amount of time, and do it every day until you knock it out. Do it every day until you knock it out. Now there's some one thing you can take off your list and you say, hey, I did it. Check, done, next thing, right? So you're not a procrastinator. You're procrastinating. It's a difference. You're procrastinating because you don't want to do it. So think about that. How many of you agree with that? You often procrastinate on those things you don't want to do. If it's something you want to do, nobody has to tell you to go do it. You're going to go do it because it's something that you love to do. It's something that you want to get done. It's something that you want to accomplish. Lula likes Lula's job. Lula, I think I'm correct. I think you said that a while back. So you don't have to go tell Lula, go do this and go do that on the computer. Lula's going to go do it because Lula likes to do it, right? So you're procrastinating because you don't want to do that specific task. So find a way to make yourself do it so that you can get it done. If you got to set the timer, right? Or if you got to do a little bit every day until you get it finished, do it that way. Happy New Year. Reese said, rolling up. Lula said, that's right. Wait, true, that's right. We have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I know, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year because I wasn't here for that whole week or the New Year. So I came in, I don't know, around the 3rd or 4th. And I say Happy New Year to everybody. So those of you who I didn't say Happy New Year to, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Make this year, I didn't tell you all, if this is your first time seeing me in the new year, make this year your best year. It's a lot of things in 2024 that you're probably like, I wanted to do. I didn't accomplish those things. You got a whole new year to do it. You got a whole new year to do it. So let's get it done. We're going to get it done. All of us together. We're all on this mission, on this journey together. We're all learning together. We're going to continue to push each other and lift each other up. What is it that you want to do? If you want to share with me in the chat, go ahead and do it. Because when I see you, I'm going to be like, did you do blah, blah, blah? So if you don't want me to ask you about it, don't put it over there. Or you could just say, I want to do this. And, it's just something that I want to do. Then I'll leave you alone. But just know that if it means that that's something that's standing in the way of you being successful and you reaching your goals, it's going to be hard for me not to say anything. I might be like, remember what you wrote in the chat section? I'm going to need you to do it. So, yeah, we're here to help each other. GGJ, I don't see no multicolors on that tree. Is this your first time seeing the tree, Cal? Let me move so you can see it. That's right. I forgot you. Look, we have all the colors. We have all the colors. It's the other side. See, I'm on the opposite side, but the other side has more of the like more the ornaments and stuff, more the colorful ornaments. So it's colorful. They won. They won. They got what they wanted, but they decorated. So, and I kind of took a step back. Cal, remember? I think I told you all that I was just going to take a step back and let them do it, and they did. They decorated this stuff all over the wall still. And I know it's not Christmas, but we're keeping these decorations up for a while because it took a while to get us there. And we're not taking them down right away. So they're gonna be there. You all gonna see this tree until we decide to take it down. When are we doing that? I don't know. It'll surprise all of us. We'll take it down when we want to take it down. But thank you. Thank you, Cal. You said it's nice though. How many colors did you want to see? They still kept it cute though, didn't they, Cal? Lula, amen. That's real. Just a little mumble, but can't really hear them, GGJ. Oh, okay. Good. They're quiet now. Cal, the tree is one of the brightest thing in our house. That's my child on there telling my business. Oh, that is funny. She said it is. See, I when we first moved in, the people that lived in this house before us, they had a different. Their whole style was completely different from ours, and I wanted to come in and do gray walls, like different shades of gray. And my kids are like, "That's so boring." They ain't want different shades of gray. I did let them do their bedrooms the color that they wanted though, so they do have that color. But me, I wanted it to be like all gray so that I can just if I want to change up the colors and do different accents, I had the flexibility to do that. If you had all 500 different colors on your wall, for me, I'm not talking about everybody. For me, my thoughts. I didn't feel like having all these different colors in every room of my house. And then I didn't just want it to look kind of circusy. I didn't want it to be like, because some people can do it. They'll have different colors. And I'll be like, oh, that look good. Like, how do you come up with that and that? That's not how my brain works. I'm like, let me give something that's neutral that I can work with. And then I can just do different accents throughout the year and do what I want to do. So that's what we are. But my kids, they want all the colors. They do. They put all the colors up there. Lula, just a little mumble. Cal, the tree is one of the brightest things in our house. Okay, I saw that. Let me catch up. I know I'm behind. Lula said, it just happens. Oh, it just happens, Cal. It's like you just wake up and realize you want to change and you don't know why, but you're just capable of doing it. And always were capable, but you choose to start now. But you chose to start now. That's right. You have always been capable. Always been capable. We just have to push ourselves to do it. We can't sit around and just think that it's just gonna happen. You gotta push yourself to do it. That's your heart and spirit calling out to the Father. Oh, let me see if I can put these comments on the screen because I didn't do that. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. That's what Lula said, you all. And this is what Cal said right there. That's your heart and spirit calling out to the Father. When it comes over you like that, I know it just does. It's like, I've said this. I don't know if I've ever said it in a live with you all, but I've definitely said it to people that I speak to. I'm like, it doesn't just happen. You know what? It doesn't just happen. And for those people who don't believe in God, and that's your own right, I'm not even here to address that and try to tell you, hey, believe in God. I want you to, but it's your choice ultimately, right? So I always say it has to come from somewhere. Like, where would you just get that thought or that desire or that drive to say, hey, I want to do this or I want this to happen? Where do y'all think that comes from? I mean, different people had their different thoughts. So let's see what you all are saying in the chat. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Is it snowing where you all are? That is from Bibble, the Slay Queen. I said clean. From Bibble, the Slay Queen, or fearful. Yep. Yeah, you could be fearful. You could be. Let's see. And what we were going to say is like fearful. We were talking about fearful and faith. Do you, your faith should also be another reason to keep going, right? Your faith should also be another reason to keep going because if you have the faith that this can happen, and especially if God told you he wants you to do this certain thing, you have to keep the faith and say, okay, I may not see it happening right now, but I know it's going to come to pass. So that faith should drive you as well. I know it's going to happen for me. I may be a little fearful going into it, or I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what the next step is going to be, but I know that God has me, and what I need to do is show up, and what I need to do is continue, right? I just need to keep going. I need to keep going. Them vids been taking forever. I feel that. Oh man. Cal, They take forever. Let's see what Lula says. Um, I learned about the procrastination monkey. It makes a lot of sense. I learned there's two kinds of procrastination. Let me put that up for people who want to see. I learned about the procrastination monkey. It makes a lot of sense. I learned there's two kinds of procrastinators. The one that is a perfectionist, yep, and gets drained, and the fearful one who's insecure. Yeah, the perfectionist, because the perfectionist is procrastinating because it's not perfect yet for them. I've been guilty of that. Where I'm like, this just is not perfect enough. I don't want to present this because I'm like, this is a reflection of me. I don't want to present it. I want it to look a certain way, and that keeps you from releasing that product or releasing that idea because in your mind, you're like, it's not perfect enough to share. But you got to start somewhere. Why not just go ahead and put it out? Or just work on it, continue to work on it, and realize that not everything's going to be perfect because we're not perfect individuals. So put it out. If you feel like this is acceptable enough, this is how I want it to look, if this is good, go ahead and just put it out. You can always make tweaks later. You can always change things later. I've put out things, I'm like, I could have done this differently. So go back and fix it. Go back and fix it. You can do that. You had the flexibility to do that. You just because you put something out doesn't mean you have to keep that particular thing. Or you can always go back and, like I said, change things. But don't let fear and don't let insecurity keep you from doing those things that you're supposed to be doing. Yes, very true. I enjoy what I do. Therefore, nobody has to tell me to do it. If they do, I won't dread having to do it. I'll just do it. That's well said. I completely get it. Absolutely. You don't have to. You don't have to wait. You're gonna do it because you want to do it. Don't have to tell me twice to go and enjoy myself. That's right. I just want to have peace. Yes, peace, Cal. The peace that surpasses all understanding. My first time seeing that cute tree. Oh, thank you. I told my kids they like the tree, girls. They say yay, and you shall get that, Cal. The tree, huh? We need more stuff on the tree. No. She said we need more stuff on our tree. It's good. Take it down after July. Christmas July is a thing. I have heard of that. I've never participated, but it sure is a thing, Cal. You're right. Christmas in July is a thing. Let's see. Bibble, glad you got that color pop, and GJ was fighting us on it. I sure was. I sure was. They won. And they did it. They got it all popping. Its colors all over the place. It's got the colors up, all the Christmas colors. Leave it up all year round. Look at Luke. And if I had this tree up in the month of May, would people be looking at me weird, like, why does she still have that tree up? And I'd be like, mind your business. It's my business. My house, my business, right? I got that tree up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna let them take it down whenever they want to. I'm not taking the fun out of it this year. And yes, Bibble, it's snowing here and cold as ever. It's cold. It's just cold, Cal. Like, why is it so cold? Bibble says, I love the snow. Cal, is it a lot of snow where you are? That's from Bibble. I'm just trying to catch up with the comments section. Lula said, that comes from being around the right people. Let's see. That comes from being around the right people. Sometimes we don't realize it, but the people we surround ourselves with could be just as much a problem as anything else. Not going to push yourself if you're around negative people. That's a true statement. You all hear that? It's the company you keep. It's the company you keep. Surround yourself with people I've often heard you don't want to be the smartest person in the room, right? Surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are wiser than you, that have more experience than you. And don't feel like, you the one in the room that don't know nothing. Like, be willing to learn something from other people because you don't know everything. You don't know everything. Neither do I. I'm saying you don't. None of us know everything. So be willing to learn, right? Take in that, absorb that like a sponge because somebody can teach you something that you can apply to something else. Or they may have the answer to that question that you were looking for. Did I say that right? They might have the answer to the question that you have. So don't be afraid to be around those individuals. You don't want to be around the negativity. So go ahead and just be like, listen, I love you, but I can't be in this space with you. That's all right. That's why we have boundaries. That's why we have boundaries. And it's okay to use them. That's why we tell people, hey, listen, I'm not going to be a part of this conversation with you. I don't have a problem with doing that. If you have a problem with telling people that, for 2025, tell them, listen, hey, I'm not in that space anymore. I don't choose to talk about those things. And I heard, what's it? Denzel, somebody said, small mind, what did it say? Small minds talk about other people. Or small thoughts, small something. I should find that quote so I can share it with you all. But the point of the quote was that if you're trying to do big things, you're not worried about what everybody else is saying and doing. You're trying to accomplish those goals, and you want to be around people that can help you get to that level that you want to get to, right? You don't need to surround yourself with people that are not doing anything, in your opinion. Like if you're around somebody, you're like, dang, they're not doing nothing. We're in the same place we were 2 years ago. Then you have the chance, you have the ability to separate yourself and get around somebody that you want to be around, that's feeding you, that's feeding your thoughts, that's challenging your thoughts, that's encouraging you to be a better person, that's encouraging you to do those things that you're frightened to do, right? Be around those people because that's how you're going to grow. Okay, I will. Cal's laughing. Bibble, snow on Christmas and Christmas Eve is awesome. The rest is overrated. Tell Mother Nature to keep the snow. I'm with you on that one. My kids already know I don't like. I would be fine if I didn't ever see another snowflake. It's pretty, but I don't want to be a part of it. I don't. You said, okay, I will. Well, you're a perfectionist. Well, you're a perfectionist today because you matching that tree, girl. That's hilarious because I didn't even think about that. I guess I do match with the candy stripes, don't I? Ooh, she is. All right, go back and fix it. You doing too much. Oops, wait. Hopefully I didn't push that, Cal. Hopefully you still here because I think I just pushed something that I shouldn't have. Let me figure this out. Oh, okay, it just skipped. Now I have to figure out where I was. Oh boy. Um. Okay, I found it. Cal said, go back and fix it. You're doing too much now. That's a lot of work. No, it's not. Go back and fix it. Go back and fix it. Or make some tweaks. That's not a lot of work, Cal. You want to be your best self, right? You want to be your best self and you want to, you want to present your best material. You want to do it as if you're doing it for God. So if you feel like, okay, I can do this better, go back and fix it. Nobody, I don't think that people are, okay, sometimes this is what I heard you all. I've been told that you think people are more into you than than what they really are. You really think people are really paying attention to you. They're not paying attention to you. Like people are doing what they want to do and they worried about themselves, right? Most of the time. They're not really worried about what you got going on and all the tweaks you need to make. Just do it. Just do it. And they can be like, oh, that's nice. I didn't even realize you made a mistake. They probably didn't even realize that you made a mistake or that you did something wrong that you needed to fix. You just go back and fix it. And they be like, oh, I don't know what it is, but I like that tweak you made. Or I don't know what it is, but I like that sweater. Whatever you did. They don't even know what the old version looked like. They might not remember, but you know. And you know, hey, I have a chance to fix it and make it better. I've gone back and changed some things on so many things, some products that I made. I go back, I'm like, I think I should have added this. I just go back in, fix it. That's it. Done deal. Lula, amen. Thank you. We can take the tree down in the summer. Bless you, Cal. That's because Lula said, Cal said, Lula, amen. Thank you. Cal got the hearts up. So you all, we've been on here an hour and 33 minutes. I think I know what Lula's going to say, but I'm going to see what you all want to do. Do you want to continue this conversation or do you want to stop? I think we probably stop. Hello, bless you, sweetheart. GGJ. Oh, that's what I need to do before we go. Then we can go. If you didn't type GGJ, do that. I completely forgot. You all know if you're here, just come in and do it. If you already know, if you're already a family member, just come in and type GGJ. You don't have to wait for me to say it. Just do it. Sharing is caring. I want you all to get seen as much as I want to be seen or as much as I'm trying to be seen. So come in, type GGJ. Make sure you do that before you leave out so that you can make connections with anybody that you're not connected to right now. Lula is showing the hearts, the faces. Thank you, Lula. I want to get to the end of these comments before you go. She blocked me. But you still here. I thought I did because I pressed the button and it said remove or reply or block. I was like, ooh. So hopefully you still there, Cal. Just kidding. Okay. JK. I thought it definitely did have block up there. And I was like, ooh, I hope I ain't block them. Oh, I was about to ask who blocked you. I almost did because I was I was pushing a button and it said reply and a whole bunch of other options. And I was like, ooh, I hope I didn't block them. So it wasn't me. Who blocked Cal? Everybody's like, who blocked Cal? I did. If somebody blocked it, it would have been me. I didn't do it though. I thought I did, but I didn't. So we're good. When she said Cal, I did something I shouldn't have. I thought she did. I almost did, Cal. That's what it said. He said I was joking, y'all. See, look how everybody had your back, Cal. Who blocked Cal? She did. Who blocked you? Yeah. See, that's good. You all have each other's back on here. I was joking, y'all. I'm glad. Thank you for saying that because I think, especially the one over here, she was like, "Hey, you blocked them. What you do?" Blah, blah. I know you were joking now. Okay. Continue. All right. So you all type your link. Type GGJ, and I'm gonna wait here until I see everybody do it. Bibble did it. Okay, good. Bibble, thank you. We leaving already. See, I knew Lulu would say that. Lulu, we're not doing 3-4 hours today. I don't think that's gonna happen. Cal did it. Thank you, Lula. I didn't see GGJ. I don't see it. I see Lula's. Lula, you have. I know you got to work. You probably, if you like me. See, when I'm working, I need quiet sometimes. I need to be quiet because I'll start doing some other things. I'll be like, wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be doing this. GGJ. Let's see. Let me go back up. I missed somebody's comment. Oh, it's Bibble. I'm going to try to check out everyone's channel and subscribe. So be right back. Okay, I see Lula type GGJ. All right, there we go, Lula. Who else? I can't go to other people's channels. Why is that, Lula? Can we get 20 more minutes? Well, sure. Look, Cal, I completely expect that from Lula, not from you. What you doing this year? This is a new year, huh? New year, new thing. Are we doing that? But it's awesome. It's gonna help me out. I'm not a blue. Oh, because you're not a blue. And as much as you come in here and support me, I know I'm kind of, I take those things real slow. And I actually know that you would be a good moderator. I probably will make you one, Lula. Because I think we had this conversation before, didn't we? If I'm not mistaken. But you're not a blue, so you can't go to people's channel. So you got to wait. That's why people said I got to be right back. All right. I understand. I understand why you can't go right now and do it. Cal dropped GGJ. Thank you, Cal. Let's see. Who else? I need noise for when I work. It helps me. What? Really? Now, see, I'm the complete opposite. But different strokes for different folks, right? You need noise. I need the quiet. I'm giving you the noise. So you got it. Lula and Cal, I sub to both of y'all. That was from Bibble. 30 minutes. Lula, see, now you, okay, now I completely expect this. Cal said 20. Lula's going to push it and say 30. I don't know if we got 30 in. Give Lula a mod. Look at that. You should expect me to say another hour. Well, what are we going to talk about for another hour? What are we going to talk about for another hour, you all? I feel like I'm exhausting you all right now. We had an hour and 38 minutes. You should expect me to say an hour, another hour. But what do we talk about for another hour? I don't have the poll. I can't make polls so that you all can engage like that. The only thing we can talk about is what? If you all have a topic, then we can do it. If not, we need to. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. So, Bibble, that's sweet. Thank you. Oh, look at that. So that's it. I guess I'm all done here. I'm all out of things to say. Is there anything that I missed? You all dropped your links. Thank you so much. I put the Cash App so people know we have that now. I talked about products, all that stuff. We talked about some encouraging things, right? We are encouraging each other to keep moving forward. 2025 is the year. I keep hearing people say thrive in 2025, probably because that sounds good. We want to thrive every year, but we definitely want to thrive this year. We're going to start those things that you haven't done, that have on your list. And you're like, I want to accomplish this goal. Just do it. Do it afraid. Do it fearful. Do it whatever. Do it not having all the tools. Just start, because along the line, if you just keep going, you'll figure it out. Do it. Don't procrastinate. We talked about Lula put in the description in the chat the two different types of procrastinators, the perfectionist and the person who's just fearful. So don't be either of those. Just do it. Do it. If you need some help achieving some of your goals, reach out to people. Reach out to people that you think can help you get to that space that you want to be in. Favorite 3 books in the Bible. Ooh, that's a good one. Look at Cal. My favorite three books in the Bible. I love James. I think James is practical. That's one of my favorite books. I love Matthew. I like Luke. I'm gonna tell you all why I like Luke, because Luke is very detailed. I like details. And I figured out why Luke is detailed because he's a doctor. So maybe that's why he was very detailed. So those are my favorite three. And I could have more. I'm starting to like Kings. I'm rereading Kings, First Kings, because I often hear I've heard this business person I listen to, Byron Golden. He was talking about Solomon. He talks about Solomon enough. And Solomon, the life of Solomon is in First Kings, Second Kings. So I was like, hey, I need to revisit that part of the Bible. So I'm doing that. You guys, let me tell you something I started doing a couple days ago that I usually don't do. I started a 365-day Bible challenge. So I can read the Bible in 365 days. The only thing is I'm behind, but I got to catch up. It's okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to catch up. So I'm going to do the 365-day Bible challenge. I also have a devotional that I'm doing right now. And I probably will bring, I should do the devotional tomorrow, because the devotional I'm doing is called That's Not in the Bible, or That's Not What the Bible Says. So it's addressing like those cliche type things, or those sayings that you might have heard growing up if you grew up in the church, or if you're just a person and you hear somebody saying certain things, like in the Bible it says, especially as Christians, or people who have read the Bible, you might misquote it. I do sometimes, because of some things that I um, grew up in the past saying, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily in the Bible that way. It's just the way that we grew up saying it. So I'm addressing some of those things. So I'm looking in the Bible, I'm like, oh, that's not really in the Bible. Like, it's mentioned, or it's interpreted in a different way. So the way I may have heard it, I'm just trying to relearn some things and reframe things. Does that make sense? I'm trying to relearn and reframe. So I'm just looking at some of those things that I thought was the right way into this. It might have just been tradition, right? Or it may have just been somebody said this along the way, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I thought that, and I'm like, okay, let me challenge it. So I'm just thinking a little bit more critically, thinking about some of those things that, like I said, I may have learned along the way, and I just want to make sure that it's accurate information, because a lot of times I get on here and say this stuff to you all, and I'm like, no, I want to make sure that it's right. I want to make sure I'm giving the right information. So I'm looking at that devotional, and it might be interesting. You all, if you want to know, let me know. We can talk about that together and kind of go through some of those things that we may have thought was right, or wrong. We may have thought this is wrong. Like sometimes people say drinking is wrong. In fact, in the Bible, it doesn't say drinking is wrong. It says do not be drunk, right? You're not to be drunk. So just going to try to look at some of those things and figure out what's right, what's wrong. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Plans for the channel this year. That's changing. Maybe I'll let you all know. For right now, my plans are to continue to show up in a live, because it looks like the live is helping me out to get towards those 4,000 watch hours. You all know I'm working on that. Once I get to that monetization. So my goal for this year for that channel is to be monetized. I want to be monetized before April. God may have different plans for me, but for me, that's what my thoughts are. So I'm going to continue to do Monday through Friday lives and try to get there. I'm also going to try to kick my long form uploads into gear, because I was slacking with that. So I need to pick that back up and get that going, because a lot of people can't make the lives, and a lot of people are not going to replay the lives because they're too long. So a lot of people are like, I don't have an hour and a half. I don't have 2 hours to sit here and listen to this live and replay it, but they might watch a 10-minute video. And that's understandable, because your time is your time. I take people's time however they give it to me, because I'm not in control of what they do throughout their day. And I don't want them to be in control of what I do throughout my day. So I need to make more options available. So instead of just doing all the lives, I'm just going to have to kick it up a notch and do some uploaded content as well. That's a challenge for me. You all know that, but I got to get better at doing that. I'm going to get better at doing that. I am better. Yes, I'm going to do better. And I know that if I continue to do the uploads, while it's going to be challenging for me to try to find a time to record, I got to do it. I just need to figure out how I'm going to get it done. So that's another thing, another plan I have for the channel this year, to do more of the uploads consistently. It's not going to be an everyday upload. Maybe once a week. I'm going to just start right there. Maybe once every 2 weeks. I have not figured that part out yet, Cal, but we're going to do it. So what's something else? I was thinking about implementing the motivational Mondays that I used to do and the word of the week Wednesdays. It's not cemented yet, but I think I might do that. That will give me a little bit more versatility on this channel. And also, I wouldn't have to think about what I'm going to do on a Monday. Now I already know I'm going to do this motivational stuff on Monday, and I'm going to do the word of the week. And I'm thinking about doing the word of the week live. Would you all want to do that? Like a new word of the day live, so that we can figure out that word. We can see what the part of speech is, how to pronounce it, give some suggestions, some sentences for people who are trying to learn that word of the week. Now we can say, hey, we're doing it together. Now we all have a word that we can work on for that week and try to use. I'm thinking about doing that. So we'll see. I use a noise to make it background noise, which I use to then focus on blacking it out to focus. For anyone interested, search procrastination monkey. Okay, there we go. That's what Lula said. Revelation, Matthew, and Psalms are mine. Revelation. I used to be. Ooh, that Revelation used to scare me. Not scare me like, oh, I'm so scared. But it used to scare me because I know it's something that's going to happen and it's a real thing. And I used to be like, oh, Lord, let me be ready. Just let me be ready. I don't want to go through that. So Revelation, Cal said Revelation, Matthew, and Psalm. Psalm is like, it's like a love language, right? I don't know. I'm trying to remember if Psalm, because I know it's different categories in the Bible, and that they're like separated by books. Like you have the Gospels, and Psalms is it under the love? Like, Cal, you might know. I should look it up so I can tell you all if you don't know. Or maybe I'll find out and come back. We can circle back. So Cal said Revelation, Matthew, and Psalms. Thoughts on the book from the Bible that's not there anymore? I need to do more research on that before I say anything about that, because I looked at that a while back. I know, like the book of Enoch, is that what you're referring to? Stuff like that. Because I actually tried to dive into that, and I was looking at something where this individual was talking about the Bible and how it used to be in the scroll form. So that's where they got scriptures from. It went from scriptures to now verses once it was put into like the Bible text. But before it was scriptures. So I have to do more research on that, Carol. I got to do more research on that because I don't want to just get on here and say anything. I'm not going to be that person. Good afternoon, Andre. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Good afternoon, because it's 12 o'clock now. Good afternoon. We'll stop this at 12. Wait, at 2 hours. We're at 1 hour, 47 minutes. So we'll stop this in about 10 minutes. So, Chris, good afternoon. Chat, for some reason, the links aren't clickable. So tell me your channel and I'll search it. The links aren't clickable. Oh, that's because y'all not mods. Let me see. You know what? Let me do something. I'll do something. Let me see if I can do it here. Cal, and see, I'm trying to do it through Restream. I can't even make you a mod as far as I can see, you or Lula. I can only block you because that's what I said. I almost hit that button. Block, timeout, or add to block list. Let me see how I can make you a mod on my cell phone. Let me try to go to the live chat on my phone and see if I can do it. Maybe. Let me see if I can do it on here. Oh, there we go. Okay, there you go, Cal. You can be a mod for a second so you can do what you need to do. And so can you, Lula. That'll make it easier for you all. Let me see if I can find Lula. Oops, I'm pushing it wrong. Lula. There you go. Boom. There you go. Y'all got the blue tool. You got the blue tool. And this is not that, I haven't made Lula and Cal of mine. Not that I don't trust you all, because I think you would do right by this channel. As far as I can see you, and as far as I know who you are on social media. But it's for me, like, I'm just trying to I have to try to keep up with my moderators. It's just easier for me to keep up with just Jamia and Mr. Terry, and I put my daughter, because when Jamie and Mr. Terry aren't here like today, then I have her to step in when she's not in school. So, yay, y'all got the blue tool. Ooh. But otherwise, I don't know. We're gonna think about it. I'll let God lead it, because as we grow, I will. And you both have definitely been friends to the channel, and I watch people. I like to watch people before I make them mine. I've seen nothing but good things. So who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But for now, you got it. Chat for some reason. So let me know you all got that. Good afternoon, Cal. You can search my name, Lula. Hey, Ken. Good afternoon. My channel is not interesting yet, though. Lula, do you have anything up yet? Because the last time I checked, I thought you didn't. I need to go back again. What up, Ken? You're the bomb. You're the bomb. That's from us at Geeky Girls Journal. Everybody who's here listening, you are the bomb. Don't ever let anybody tell you anything different. You can reach your goals. When I hear people talk, okay, I don't want to get sidetracked and start talking about something else because we got a whole 10 minutes left. I told you all 10 minutes because we're doing 2 hours. But and look at God, because I was only gonna do an hour, but we're at 2 almost. So what was I saying? I heard somebody say, oh my goodness, what was my thought? I was talking about reaching your goals, and man, I might have to circle back, because I literally just had a fleeting thought and it went in one and came out the other way. So if I think about it, I'm gonna tell you all because it's important. If not, I'll just tell you tomorrow. And let me see what Cal said right here. Okay, it's conflicting on a drinking subject. Jesus drank wine with the apostles, but he also favors those who don't touch worldly things such as drinking. I don't judge though. That's where I stand. I don't judge, because you have to work out your own soul salvation is what I heard growing up, right? Work out your own soul salvation, which to me means I mind my business in that area. I worry about Andrea and what Andrea is supposed to be doing, what I know I'm supposed to be doing, and what God wants me to do. I don't really have the capacity to worry about what somebody else has going on and what they're doing. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That's their business. They had to see God for themselves. I got to see God for myself. When I go up there, I'm not taking the whole tribe with me. It's just going to be me. God, hey, what did you do? What were you supposed to do? Whatever the conversation is going to be, I don't know. I've not made it to heaven yet, but this is what I'm imagining. I'm sure God's not going to be like, hey, what did you do? And what is she doing? He's not concerned with what they're doing. He's concerned with what I'm doing and what I was told to do. So I don't concern myself either with what you said, what anybody else is doing. I know in the Bible it says, don't be drunk. And also, if you couldn't drink, why would God have turned the water into wine if you weren't able to drink? And I know it's customary in certain areas that people drink wine, right, throughout the day. So why would he have, if you couldn't drink it, why would he have turned it to wine? That wouldn't make sense. Like when he just turned it into juice or Kool-Aid, or left it as like maybe a sparkling water or the most refreshing water you've ever tasted. Like, why would he have turned it if he was against it? So, and I can see that if he said in the Bible, not to be drunk, I understand that, because if you're drunk, you're under the influence, and sometimes you're going to make decisions that you wouldn't have made before. So I think he says that not only to protect us, but he says to be of a sober mind. So if you're drinking, you're not of a sober mind. You're not going to make the right decisions. You're going to do things that may be out of character. So I can see why he says don't be drunk. If you have a little sip, I mean, I don't know. This is how I'm interpreting things. If you have a little sip, then you have a little sip. Now, if God convicts you and says you need to stop, I think you need to stop, because he's protecting you and he's telling you to stop drinking for a reason, right? Or to stop taking a little sip, or stop wine and having, what is it, wine down? When people say wine down, WINE, wine down, maybe you don't need to have that wine down anymore. If God is telling you this is not a good look for you, or you not just winding down, you getting drunk, then you need to stop. But I think that's a personal thing, and I'm not going to tell anybody to do this or that. It's their choice. I'm just saying, if God convicts you not to do it, then I would suggest not to do it. So yeah, I'm not trying to control anybody. I'm not anybody's God. I'm not anybody's Holy Ghost. I'm not anybody's Holy Spirit. My job is to be Andrea and to come on and be Andrea and do what Andrea does. So don't try to control other people. Don't put people in a box. You let God handle that. That's why he's God and we're not. That's not our business. Now, if you see that somebody is being reckless and they're drinking and they're doing things, I don't think that it's inappropriate to step in. I think that it's okay to say, hey, I think you need to watch. Maybe watch this, because you want that person to also be safe. If they're in your, if they're in your vicinity, if you let that person, I can see you just allowing them to go downhill and to crash and burn. Me, I would be like, listen, you might want to consider not having another drink, or you might want to watch what you're doing. I think that's fine. But those are my thoughts. Somebody else might disagree with me. I think it's okay to say, watch your consumption. You already had 1, 2 drinks. Maybe you want to chill out. Now, I don't think that's you trying to be somebody's savior or somebody's Holy Ghost. I think that's you trying to say, hey, I love you. I just want what's best for you. Now, if they say mind your business, then mind your business. Mind your business. Let God handle them. I'll replay. I just learned replaying them helps. Thank you. Yes. Lula. Yes, because you all can replay as much as you want. I guess. Can you? I think you all can replay my lives or my videos as much as you want. I can't replay them. I think I saw that. I can't do it. I can't. Maybe I can do it once, but I think YouTube won't count. If I do it more than that, they like, no, that's too much. You're doing too much. You just be playing your own videos trying to get the watch hours. That's not how we do it. We want other people to watch you, not you watch yourself. Plus, I can't even stand it. Sometimes my voice, I can only hear so much of it. I'm used to it now, but before I'd be like, oh God, I don't even want to hear myself. So yeah, if you all can replay it, just let it go. I did a video yesterday. I don't know if you all saw it. It's a compilation of some of the lives I just put together. I'm gonna do a few of those to make it easier for people who just want to kind of sit, have that one video plan. That's up. I'll do some more of those. I was given that suggestion as well. So I'm gonna do more of those. So if you see them, that's what it's for. Just go there, let it play. If you don't want to hear my voice loud, just bring it down a little bit. That's all I'm asking. Bring it down a little bit. We're going to cross this finish line together, as I told you all. Right now, we're still at like 2,534 watch hours is what I saw the last time. So still have a way to go. So we need some assistance over here. And you all are the ones that are going to help me get there. So when I get across that line, it's going to be a celebration. We all celebrating. All of us. All 10,000 of us. We're going to celebrate, right? So it's not an under thing. It's an all of us thing. It's a we thing. So if you can do what Lula said, please do it. How many more hours do you need? You know what, Lula? I can tell you all exactly what I need right now. I can go to it because I have my phone right here. I'll pull it up on the app so I can give you all accurate numbers, because I like accuracy as much as possible. So let's see. As of January, they only show you, YouTube is always like a few days behind. They're 5 days behind in this case. I'm behind. Oh, they started another conversation. My daughter told me I'm so far behind on the chat, so I got to catch up. But the watch hours, 2,539. That's where we are. So that's as of January 1st. 2,539, Lula. You are so pretty, Andrea. Thank you, Chris. You are so sweet. Chris, I saw your email. Did I reply? I think I did reply, Chris. I don't know if you saw it. So go back and check that out, Chris. I replied. And thank you for doing it in the email, Chris, because I don't want you don't tell all your business here, because not everybody is receptive the way they need to. Not anybody that's here now. I see everybody in the chat. They're really good. Everybody's good here. But I'm saying sometimes we have visitors and they may not be as nice. Maybe they have to find out what the environment here is first. So I just say, whatever information anybody shares here, make sure it's information you don't mind being out, because this is social media. So be careful what you say online. I don't care if this is my channel. I'm not trying to grow off of anybody else's story that they don't feel comfortable sharing. I only want you all to share the things that you feel comfortable sharing, and those things that you don't mind being out. You don't need to share you don't need to share names. If you want, just do it in a way that makes you comfortable. I'm not that channel. So thank you, Chris. I like the way you did it. You just sent me an email. Thank you for the email. Yes, she is. Oh, Lula, that's so sweet. Songs is like poetry. Feels like a rap. Yeah, I know. I can see why you like it. Oh, I am. She's pointing out that I'm 10 minutes behind right now.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Like if you scroll down, there's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, it's a whole nother conversation? Yeah. All right. My moderator over here at my house is keeping me on point. Songs is like poetry. Feels like a rap. Love it. I know. Mom, you have 3.03. Oh, I do? That's awesome. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me, daughter. See, my kids, they said, Mom, you're going to have 1,000,000. Was it 1,000,000? They said, Mom, you're going to have 1,000,000. I need that kind of.
$1,000,000 or at least
They said I'm going to have 1,000,000 or at least 800,000. So I'm going with that. Listen, speaking into existence. That's where I am with that. I love it. Oh, I'm going to look on my phone and see. We'll run it up for you. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lula. I see Lula's comment right now. I'm trying to look at both comments because I'm behind. So I'm looking at the laptop and the phone. You don't have to go through all of them. Okay, just scroll on down. You don't have to go through all of them. Okay, thank you. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, she blocked me. Let me go on down. Hey, Proud. Good. Hey, Proud. How you doing this afternoon? Is it warm where you are, Proud? Hello, hello. Type GGJ Proud. I think you're the only one that did not do that. So type GGJ because we're leaving. We're supposed to be out of here right now. Actually, I gotta. Yep, you did. I'll scroll on down. They told me to just scroll on down. I'm going all the way down. Just scroll down.
You just missed.
Oh, I missed all that. I drink water.
The food conversation.
I missed the.
You missed the food conversation.
It was a food conversation. You all had a whole 2 conversations and I missed it. It's all right. Bibble ordered some takeout. It is a food conversation. What did you say? You want some food?
Yeah, I said I would say 1 more hour, but I'm hungry and
She said I would say another hour, but she's hungry and she can't cook. All right, that means I need to get off and take care of make sure my kids eat. You call your local food areas. Not you telling her to go do DoorDash or what's the other one? DoorDash and Grubhub, stuff like that. That's funny. And I'm kind of broke. All right, let me go. Let me skip down to the end of this chat because I think, it's a lot. I did miss a lot. Bibble GGJ could make you a grilled cheese. You don't have to go through all of them. All right, good. So I'm caught up right to the bottom. I'll go back to the comments later, you all. So we're at 2 hours and 1 minute. Anybody else have anything to say before I go? Anything unleft, undone? Tomorrow, I think I'm going to come in and share the what was I talking about? The devotional, because it might be some things that you all have heard just like me, and you're like, I wonder if that's really in the Bible. Well, we're gonna look at it together and we'll figure it out because I've already read 2. I think it was 2 or 3 of them, but I can backtrack if y'all want to see the other ones. And I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up, Lula. So that's what we'll do. That's tomorrow's live. I'll find out what one of the it's not really in the Bible. That's the ice machine. We're not going for another hour. We are definitely not going for another hour. I gotta go take care of my children. So 2 hours. I only plan to do 1, but we stayed 2. So go back, you all. If you can, you already know how you can support me. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Okay, we already talked about how you can show your support. So go ahead, show your support. Run as long as you want. Run. Get on the treadmill. Get on the treadmill if you know what I'm saying. You have your little. Yeah, my daughter has her bonnet on and she does not care. She still wants to be in the camera. So run. You know what? When you're working, run. While you're eating, run. While you're doing whatever. I really appreciate it. I'll see you all. Fair enough. I'll watch another. That's right. I had to throw it out there, Lula. Let me see if I can put that comment up there. So yeah, do it.
You can't run while you're eating, though.
No, my daughter said you can't run while you're eating. So don't run while you're eating, but you all know what I'm talking about. You can run on YouTube while you're eating. So go ahead and do that for me if you will. We can get to that 4,000. And I don't know. We just put it in God's hand over here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it at all. We're just going to do what we're supposed to do. Everyone have a beautiful Monday. That's from Lula. That's what we'll leave it. I need to find, you all know how we go out. So give me a second to find this video because I can't put both of them up at the same time. So I have to add it. So keep on talking to each other while I find this video. And, we're just make sure you have a good rest of your day. Today is Monday. So you have the rest of the week to be wonderful, be spectacular, be amazing. And what else? Could you drop wonderful day? You could drop your food. I'm done. All right. Have a good rest of your day, you all. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. I don't know how long it's going to go. Half hour, 2 hours. We'll let God decide that, and you all can dictate how that's going to go. We'll just work it out together. Hopefully, we have another snow day because I like those. But otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Let's see if I'm going the right one. And thanks for watching. Be sure to go to geekygirlsjournal.com to make purchases for the special girl or woman in your life. We have books and motivational merch. Check us out.